Hey, Aquarius. Aqua Mamas, Aqua Poppies, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you another reading. Yes, another one for the month of April 2021. I hope all is well in the Aquarius community. For those of you who continue to come back and show support, thank you so much for all you do. I appreciate all the love and all the various ways that you support the channel. Thank you to those who are new for taking the time to come in and check out the channel. Feel free to subscribe if everything resonates with you, or if anything resonates with you. And don't forget to hit the the resignation bell. Don't resign on me. Don't leave me. All right, you just got here. Hit the notification bell after you subscribe, so that way you get notifications when I post, because I post every week for all your placements. So hopefully you are someone who is interested in astrology or has an interest in it and how it works with tarot, because it will give you a broader understanding of tarot, thus a broader understanding of yourself. So if you are, I do placements for all of your natal placements. So make sure that you subscribe so that you can get all of the readings, okay? So we're going to go ahead and see what's going on with Aquarius. This is going to be general. It doesn't matter what placement of Aquarius. If it resonates, it resonates, okay? On this channel, everybody has Aquarius in their chart. It's just that maybe you don't have any planets in there that aspect it, any planets in there, or maybe you don't have any aspects to that house, but you got Aquarius in your chart, okay? So everybody has it. Everybody has all 12 signs in their chart. All right, so, over here we deal with astrology-based tarot. All right, so, with that being said, let's get these cards out here. See what's going on for my Aquariuses. Take what resonates, leave the rest. There will be an extended. The link's going to be in the box below. So if it resonates, make sure you, help yourself to checking out the link below. Now, underneath the deck with the overall energy, we have to be fair. All right. 3 plus 8 is 11. The number 11, major arcana, is justice. Okay. So being fair and justice coincide with one another, of course. So the overall energy is that. So we're getting justice here, or we're demanding justice in one way, shape, or another. All right. So let's see what we're talking about here. So the current situation here is called mending. It came out in reverse. Let me show you it upright. So mending came out in reverse. You see there's two children here sitting here mending their connection. Okay. These children represent the innocent, the child in you. Okay. I feel like with the number 52, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 represents the chariot energy, the major arcana of the chariot. And the chariot rules the 4th house. Now, the 4th house has to do with the nurturing figure in your life. Okay. It also has to do with your roots, your heritage, what's customary for your family, for your family lineage. It also has to do with the house that you live in now as an adult and what goes on there. And it also has to do with the most important house you have, and that's your physical body, because that's where your soul resides. So these are the things that the 4th house have to deal with. So I feel like there's some mending here. For some of you, it could be some childhood mending that needs to be done, because it's in reverse. Okay, it could have been something that went on when you were a kid. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but for some of you, there were some things that went on as a kid that are manifesting in the relationships you have today, because that particular experience that you had was not processed in a manner which is healthy for you, okay, as far as how you dealt with it. And some of you just moved on instead of, and it's built up in you, you know what I mean? And so you're radiating that energy. So as a result of you radiating that vibration, you're attracting people who are on that vibration towards you, people who will continue to treat you that way. So for example, say you grew up in a home where there was issues with you and your mom, or she was the nurturing figure, you and your mom. Like, say she wasn't emotionally nourishing to you. She provided for you, but she didn't hug you. She didn't touch you unless she was maybe combing your hair or straightening your clothes after you put them on. There was no emotion there whatsoever, right? So naturally, that part of you is going to be starved. So you're going to be radiating that energy, that's the part of you, that needs assistance, because that's what happens with all of us. The part of us that's wounded and needs help, that energy radiates out first. Okay? So what happens is we attract people who vibe on that frequency. So you may attract people to you in your relationships later on in life who are emotionally unavailable, who may detach easy, that type of energy, right? And so you may wonder why you attract these type of people, or why you feed into it, or why it happens to you. All right, so that's just an example. The challenge in this situation is yin. It came out in reverse. Here it is upright. The yin energy. Now yin is the opposite of yang. Yin is yin is feminine energy. Feminine energy deals with your emotions, it deals with your feelings, it deals with your creative imagination. You even have your thoughts can be feminine as well, okay? Because that's all internal, whatever is internal. Yin also is a great way to understand yin energy is how you respond when something happens to you. Okay, that's your yin energy. That's also your moon energy. Okay, so whatever your moon sign is, the characteristics that you will display when something happens to you is represented in that sign. Okay, the house that it's in represents the area of life that it would manifest the most in. Okay, so with the yin energy in reverse here, the yin energy, when it's upright, it talks about not taking action. Because again, yin energy is receptive energy. It responds to what happens to it. It does not act out. Now, when it's in reverse here, you're either not responding to things that happen to you, or you bottling them up inside of you, and they need to be released in some way, shape, or form. If that's the case, Pluto energy will eventually bring that to your attention when Pluto goes in retrograde. If you're not bottling it up, then what may be happening is you're not taking action and you want to. Okay, which again is another way of you holding back. Okay, so either you're just not responding at all and you're holding back, but inside you're going through turmoil, is what I'm feeling here. And so to the outer person, it may look like you don't have a problem with what they're saying and what they're doing because you're not saying anything. That's the challenge here, right? Your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your God, your guru, whoever you go to for guidance in the spiritual realm, is wanting you to take a look at this energy here. This is the exchanging gifts card. This talks to me about equal give and take. So what it's telling me is that you will need to, from moving forward, be in relationships where there's equal give and take. More importantly, you need to connect with people in a manner which you are able to express yourself. If you feel uncomfortable expressing yourself to someone, or saying to someone, hey, I don't like that, or that's uncomfortable for me, or I need to do something different, then you may need to ask yourself why you feel uncomfortable expressing yourself. Okay, maybe you were taught subconsciously that your value, what you had to say didn't matter. So, for example, as a kid, you could have said, hey, I don't want that. And, your parent may have made you feel in a way where you don't have a say. You do what I tell you, and that's that. And so growing up with that, you may be in a position where you will allow other people to walk over you, to dictate to you what is going to be done. And you may feel uncomfortable defending yourself because you may have felt when you were a child. I mean, if your parent says you can't do it, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? If your parent says, I don't want to hear it, it's like it's a wrap. You have to just suffer with that shit. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do. You can't run away. Who's going to take, you know what I mean? As an adult now, you don't have to deal with it. You can just say, you know what? I'm out. I'm not with this conversation. But as a kid, there was nothing you can do. So you were programmed to, accept that type of energy. This is saying that no, that's not the case. You need to learn to, there's an even exchange here. And if people are not treating you the way that you treat them, you have a right to step away and say, no, this is not for me. As a matter of fact, that's what you should do. All right. Number 2 and number 7 equal the number 9 energy. Okay. So the number 9 major arcana is the Hermit. That's all about isolation, walking away, tapping in, listening to your intuition and acting on your intuition. To me, the Hermit represents you acting on the intuition. Your high priestess is when you are formulating the thought, the emotions, the feelings, the intuitive energy behind the action that's going to be taken, and the Hermit takes the action. So I feel like that 2 plus 7 represents the Hermit energy. This is you taking action to reciprocate or to move away from a situation that is not an even exchange. where your head is at right now is we have the fork in the road. It came out in reverse. So maybe you felt like you didn't have any options. Like I said, as a kid growing up, once your parents said what they said, it's a wrap. And if you had parents who were not concerned about how you felt, or felt, a child should not be spoken to unless they're spoken to. A child should not speak unless they're spoken to. What that does is that teaches the child not to say anything, unless not, that teaches the child that they have to have permission to say, hey, I'm uncomfortable. Hey, I don't like the way this is. Hey, this is not right. And so it programs you to do that. And so in adult situations, if you really examine your behavior and your connections and your relationships, you'll see that that's a pattern. So with the fork in the road here in reverse, you may not have felt that you had any option, because of the way you were programmed as a kid. Okay, that's the number 13. Okay, the number 13 talks about transformations, as in, stages of life, as in the cocoon, the caterpillar, the cocoon, the butterfly, right? So when it's in reverse here, there's a stagnancy in that evolution. Okay, so you're stuck because that's how you were programmed for a lot of you. All right. The outcome here is time to go in reverse. Here it is upright. So what happens is, because you don't speak up, you don't leave. You're afraid that if you take action, it's not going to be approved and it's not going to be liked. And so you're concerned more about pleasing, because you don't want to suffer the repercussions. You don't want to be treated as if you're not wanted, because as a kid, that's terrible to feel as if you say something or if you act out to defend yourself in any way, and it doesn't have to even be anything rash. It's just you speaking up and saying, no, I don't like that. That you're going to be punished, or you're going to be ridiculed, or you're going to be silenced in some sort of way, right? And when that constantly happens to you, and say you have siblings and the siblings do something to you, you go tell your parent, and your parent just doesn't do anything, or they just yell at all of you instead of focusing on who started the issue, and if the parent has favoritism or shows favoritism, then you're programmed to accept this stuff. And so you don't walk away. You just feel it's normal, so you stay there instead of, no, this is not right. Time to go. We have the number 4 plus 5, which adds up to a 9. Again, hermit energy, time to go, right? But it came out in reverse. So you're not listening to your inner self is telling you it's not right. Okay. But because of the outside circumstances and the situations that you don't have any control of, the external circumstances, you deal with it in the manner in which you have, and you've been doing it for so long, it's just that's second nature to you. So now you gravitate to these types of relationships and these type of people. You gravitate to these types of relationships. You can't help who you attract. People were like, well, I don't attract that type of energy. You attract any type of energy that wants to be attracted to you. What you should be focused on is what you entertain. What energy do you entertain? The light bulb that sits out there in the street at night, it attracts moths, insects, all kinds of insects, moths, gnats, mosquitoes, bees, butterflies. But if that light bulb was to say, okay, who do I want to entertain? It doesn't. It doesn't say that. It just attracts, whatever. But if it wanted to entertain in some way, and if it was able to, you would have to judge the light bulb on which insect it would entertain. Why did it pick that insect? Okay? So it's the same scenario here. So let's get some clarity for my aqua mommies, aqua poppies. I am I have Aquarius in my 4th house, and I have a Mars in Aquarius, and my North Node is in Aquarius. So I rock with you heavy, Aquarius. Yes, I do. All right. So we have wife here, with mending in reverse here. Okay. So remember when I said 5 plus 2 is 7? 7 represents the Chariot, which is in the 4th house, which is Cancer. And that talks about the home. We talk about the home we grew up in. We talk about the home that we live in now as an adult. And we talk about the internal home where our spirit resides. Here we have clarified with that is the wife card. I don't know if the wife card came out in reverse or not. Forgive me. But if it came out in reverse, this means that you're not mending things with your wife, okay? Or this could be a wife not mending things with their husband, vice versa, okay? Take it how it resonates. If it came out upright, it's the same thing, basically. It's like maybe the wife doesn't want to mend things, Okay, because maybe if you're the person who if she was the one who is, like, if you're the Aquarius woman and you've always been in these situations, you know, because of what you experienced as a child, and now you're going through a transformation and you realize the relationship that you're in is just like the one you had growing up, you may not want to make amends. Okay, maybe your partner does and you don't. Okay, and it could be vice versa. If you're Aquarius man and you went through this as a child and you've attracted this like energy into your life and you married this person and now you're going through a transformation and you realize it's not what you want. Maybe you're the one who doesn't want to make amends. Maybe your wife does. Okay. The challenge here is yin in reverse, taking action, not holding back, not holding your emotions in, speaking up. Yeah, see here, look what came out. I can't make this up. Falseness. Being fake, not speaking up, not speaking your truth, not saying what's up, not saying what you want. Let's talk about this exchanging gifts over here. Exchanging gifts. This is what the universe, your spirit guide, your guardian angels want you to keep in mind. All right? Yeah, we got widower in reverse. So, with the exchanging of gifts, like I said, I feel like this is the universe saying to you, if you're not in an equal exchange, in a connection, then, you know, moving forward, that's what you should look for. If you're not in it now and there's no way to work it out, that, you know, therapy's not going to help or anything, then maybe you should consider leaving. Here, this is somebody who doesn't want the relationship to end, I feel like. Because we have the widower energy up right here. This is someone saying goodbye to their relationship, goodbye to their husband or their wife, right, who passed away. That represents a death in the connection, okay? In reverse here, this could be somebody not being able to accept the death in the connection and wanting to still work things out and maybe wanting to still have that exchange, okay? Or maybe the exchange is uneven. Okay, let's see where your head's at here. We got the fork in the road in reverse here. You feeling like you don't have any options, not sure what to do. Yeah, see, because this is a consistent thing. You're constantly in that situation where you feel like you don't have the option, and you do. You go walk away. You could say, I'm done with this. I'm out. You have options, okay? So you don't want to be consistently in a situation, and that's something that you were programmed to do. Time to go in reverse. Ooh, we have the death energy. Yeah. It's time to let that go because you're going through a transformation right now, okay? So now you know to let that go. Where are we at with the time here? All right, let's get another quick run through as far as clarifier. What's this wife? There's a bunch of motorcycles outside, y'all. Ain't nothing we can do but just cheer them on so they can go on about their business. So, yeah, woo! All right, rev it up. I know I'm silly, y'all. You would love to party with me, trust me. Anyway, mending in reverse, right? We got that clarified with the wife, and then we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, see, somebody wanting to open up. Somebody wanting someone to open up and express how they feel. Tell me what's going on. So what may be happening is you may be acting out physically what it is that you should be saying because of your emotions, and maybe you're acting it out. It has to come out in some way. You can't keep that bottled up in you. It's going to come out in some way, shape, or form. You may be feeling some way and you're not saying it, but you're walking around throwing things or stomping or slamming doors. And it's like, okay, well, what's up? Open up. Talk to me, right? That could be how your spouse is feeling or how you're feeling. Oh, they still going at it. Yo, they bugging. It sounds like it's a whole damn parade of them, too. It's probably only 3 of them, loud as hell. So the challenge here is yin. You not speaking up, being false when somebody says, what's wrong? Nothing. Stop lying. Stop that. Stop doing that to yourself. You're devaluing yourself every time you do that. Right? The universe is pissed at you for doing that. Yeah, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse here. This is going to, a lot of you, you know, you're bottling stuff in, and when you let it out, it'll help you. Some of you have been holding stuff in so long, it can start taking a physical toll on you. Okay? Some of you, the challenge is you want to go back. Some of you want to go back and work things out with your connection, or your person wants you to come back and work things out with them. Okay? Ooh, that's one too many. All right. So with the exchange of gifts here, we had the exchange of gifts, and then we had the widower in reverse, and we have the sun energy. So this could be somebody's ego involved. This is someone's ego involved. The sun card represents ego, okay? It represents the ego, the self, okay? Somebody is denying the self. They're denying their ego. Their ego is screaming, accept me, take me, I want equal 50 give and take. I'm not dead, I'm alive. You know, I need to be respected. I need to be spoken. This is what your inner self is telling you. No, I want equal give and take. I want equal give and take. I am not dead. You cannot just walk all over me. I deserve respect. I command respect. I'm a human being. I have feelings. I have emotions. This is what your spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors are telling you so that you understand that. Okay? What's with this constancy in reverse? The fork in the road in reverse. Not constantly thinking that you don't have any option and that you can't say anything. Six of Pentacles, okay? This is karmic, okay? This is a lesson that you're supposed to be learning here, all right? The sixes represent karmic energy to me, past life energy, okay? So the lesson here is that you have to learn to command, give and take. You have to learn to speak up. Time to go in the death energy. You're going through a transformation. You're no longer going to be in a situation where you're not going to be able to walk away from people who don't respect you. Yeah, you're not going to speak to them. Or you're going to cuss them out, let them know what's going on. And then not speak to them if they continue their behavior. Speak up. Now, what may happen is you've been bottling this in so long, so it may come out real nasty. I'm surprised that the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords in reverse didn't come out. But this, I feel like, is you just not saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Just sweeping it under the rug. But I feel like that's going to change here with this transformation. All right? So that's the first spread we got for you guys. If that resonated with anybody, please click the like button. If you would like to share a comment in reference to this resonating in the comment section, please, I would love to read it. All right, so we're going to do one more spread, and then we're going to just look at that one, and then we're going to take that one into the extended and break that down there, okay? Let's see what we got. One more here for Aquarius. Aquarius energy. What messages do we have for my Aquariuses? Okay, this came out first. This came out second. This came out third. Fourth. Got to pop out my hand fifth. All right. Underneath the deck, Aquarius, we have, okay, look. You see that at the bottom? It says what? What does it say? Okay. That's number 4-4. That's a master number. I personally don't break down master numbers. Some people do. So if you're one of those people who break down master numbers, 4 plus 4 is 8. What is the number 8 major arcana? It's the Chariot. No, it's not. It's the Strength card. Okay? The Strength card is what? The Lion. Okay? You see the lion and the woman trying to tame the lion and them on the same frequency so he doesn't attack her and she doesn't feel threatened. Reclaiming your power. The lion energy, the strength energy, that talks about commanding your respect. The sun is representative of the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the energy of I am. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it's I am. It's commanding your respect. The sun is the ego. So it's how you nurture your ego. You got to reclaim your power. You have to step into your spiritual strength. Some of you just need to gain some spiritual strength. It was just, it's like a muscle. You have to exercise it at this point because it was, taken from you, for a lot of you in childhood. So the current situation is dog spirit. Okay, this talks about being loyal to what you love. All right, we have the number 19 here, which is the sun energy. We were just talking about the sun, right? Being loyal to who you are, okay? Being loyal to who? You and what you love. Now, if you're not being loyal to yourself, that means what? You don't love yourself. You have to be loyal to you first. You can't be loyal to anybody unless you're loyal to you, right? So we got that in reverse because you're not being loyal to you. All right. We already know that. We talked about that in the last spread. So it looks like this is a continuation of what's been going on. Or maybe it's a different version, but we'll see. The challenge is let spirit be your guide. All right. So for a lot of you, what you need to do is listen to your intuition. it's talking to you. And if you don't hear it, it's because you shut it out so much because you were trained to do so. You need to start listening to your intuition. I have a reading that I do every month. It's called the Silent Enemies reading. You need to check that out if you haven't already, because that's a reading. It was designed specifically to help you pay attention to your intuition in reference to the people, places, and things that you deal with on a regular basis. So start watching those readings. You may want to watch a couple of them. I know one will be, the one for April will be at the end of this video, so check that out. But it helps you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges and to exercise that intuitive muscle. This 3D realm helps us to dumb out. All right. But yeah, listen to spirit. All right. This is number 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. You have to change something, and it could be a challenge. When you go through challenges, you should be listening to spirit. You should automatically call on your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guardian angels for help when you're in a challenge. You are in a challenge. Now, you didn't know that as a child, but you know that now, right? Maybe you didn't know it as a child. Maybe you did. Your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors are telling you that you need to embody the energy of what this is saying here, rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. But that came out in reverse. All right, so that's telling me that this is a very critical time for you. Okay? There is something going on within you where if you don't speak up or you don't come out of these types of connections, that you are going to suffer in some sort of way. Okay? And this is a warning from spirit. Okay, letting you know that you have to do something. Okay, this is going on too long for you. It can start taking physical tolls on you with your health. A lot of people get sick and have terminal illness and things like that because they don't express themselves. They let things they bottle emotions up inside them. And when you bottle emotions up inside you, it's like your spirit is fighting with your physical body. Okay, your spirit is your spirit is you. Okay, this body is not you. This is just a vehicle you use because you had to come down here to the 3D realm to learn some lessons. And you can't get around in the 3D realm without this body or without the body of an animal or an insect. So you chose a human body. You were able to evolve because you went through some lessons as an insect, moved up the food chain to an adult. Now you have to move around in this body. This body comes with all sorts of bullshit that we have to deal with, emotions and, being horny, being hungry. We got to deal with all that shit on top of listening to our spirit and staying connected to the spirit realm. We have to follow what's going on in the 3D realm, and sometimes it gets confusing. All right, so you followed the 3D realm too long, where you've ignored your intuition, and as a result, it's putting you in a situation where it's going to be dangerous to you. Okay? You got to start speaking up. Where your head is at, sandpiper spirit, be more playful. So you need to relieve some stress. Yeah, see, this is bottling up. Some of you got hypertension, you got high blood pressure. Okay, you could have diabetes. You could have all sorts of inflammation, autoimmune disorders. That's the body fighting itself. Okay, some of you have addictions of all sorts because you're trying to deal with this shit. All right, so what you need to do is have some more fun. Okay, that's what that says. And then we have dragon spirit. Truth transcends illusion. So accepting the truth in the situation, okay, is what's really going to help you. Understanding what's going on with you. All right, so what we're going to do, Aquarius, is we're going to go to the extended. We're going to break these down. All right, a little bit more, just like we did with the last spread, but we're going to do this in the extended. So if that is something that resonates with you and you're interested in that, the link in the box is in the box below. If this resonated as is, feel free to click the like button to let me know. And if you feel that this did resonate, there's other people out there like you who need this message. Please click the like button. The more likes it gets, the message gets out there to people who need to hear this, okay? So we're going to go to the extended. Links in the box below. Feel free to join me. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Love you. Take care.